Good morning. Welcome to online class Computer Science. Today we shall look into a topic called as data representation. Now, what is data representation? First, we shall see what's a data. Anything, for example, the number, it may be roll number, name, place, or anything which is given to us, which has to be stored in computers. In human being, we store everything in our brains, but in computers it has to be stored somewhere so that we can access it later. The data or some information which has to be stored in the memory will be stored in the form of zeros and ones. That's why we call it as data representation. Now, when we represent some data or when we store some data in the memory, how it will be stored? It will be stored in the form of numbers. That's why number system becomes so important for us. Everything will be stored in the form of zeros and ones, but in real life we are using a decimal number system. We shall look into all those concepts in today's class. First, we shall try to understand a term, a digit. See, for example, when we write a number 123, we are familiar with the number system which is having a base 10, but we don't write that base because we are used to that particular number system, but we have different types of number systems. So here 1, 2, 3, etc. What are these? These are all digits. So what's a digit? The definition for the digit is like this. Digit is a well-defined symbol, or digits are set of well-defined symbols. We shall go deeper to that topic later on. First, when we talk about data representation, mainly there are two types of number systems. One is non-positional number system. Non-positional number system, and the second one is positional number system. Now, when we talk about the non-positional number system, what is it? In olden days, we were using stones, pebbles, etc. to represent some numbers. For example, if you represent something like this, it's 1. If you write 2 lines, it's 2. For 3 lines, it's 3. For 4 lines, it's 4. When you cross it, it becomes 5. Similarly, we can write stars, or we can also use the Roman number system. Even the Roman number system comes under non-positional number systems. Here also we use the symbols 1. For example, 2, it's 2. For 3, it's 3 lines. For 4, actually for 5 we will write something like this. For 4, it will be 5 and 1 less, so it becomes 4, and this is 5. Similarly, for 10, it's x, etc., etc. So even the Roman number system comes under non-positional number system. Here also we have some values, but how we will represent those values? With the help of some symbols. But what is the disadvantage of this? It can be used for the simple addition or for the subtraction. For multiplication and division, it becomes very difficult to use this non-positional number system. Now, coming to the next one, that's important for us, that is positional number system. In positional number system, we have different number systems. First one is the number system with which we are familiar with. Which is that? That is decimal number system. Then we have binary number system. Also we have octal number system. Then we have hexadecimal number system. One by one we shall look into. The first one is decimal number system. So what's the decimal number system? We are familiar with the decimal number system. Here the symbols or the digits that we are going to use are, of course we know that, so here how many symbols do we have? Starting with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 symbols we have. Every symbol is having its own meaning. So total of 10 symbols. That's why we call it as base. Base is 10. Base is also having one more name, that is the radix. So base or radix of decimal number system is 10. So when we write a number 123, what does it mean? We need to write, when we compare the different number systems, in order to understand that this is a decimal number system, we need to write it as 10. But usually we won't write, because this is the number system for every purpose we are using. That's why, suppose the base is not written, it's understood that it is decimal number system. Now, when we write a number like this, what is the meaning of this? So here, its position is units, tens, hundreds. So we can write the same as 1 into 100, 2 into 10, plus 3 into 1. What's the meaning of that? Again, which could be written as 1 into 10 to the power 2 plus 2 into 10 to the power 1 plus 3 into 10 to the power 0. So here the weight of 10, see, weight of 10 is 0, here it is 1 and here it is 2. So 1 into 100, that's 100, plus 2 into 10, that's 20, 100 plus 20, plus 3 into 1, that's 3, so 123, which is equal to 123. The value of this 2 is 20. Value of this 1 is 100. So here, once again, when you talk about decimal number system, here we are using 10 different symbols. That's why the base or the radix is 10. Moving further, we shall look into the next number system, that is the binary number system. Binary number system becomes very important for us, because whenever we do any calculations in the computers, that will be done in the form of zeros and ones. In binary number system, as the name suggests, a binary, only two symbols we have, and they are 0 and 1. So in this case, how many symbols do we have? Only two symbols, 0 and 1. That's why, what will be the base now? So base is 2. When we talk about the binary number system, anything that we store in the memory, it has to be converted to the form of zeros and ones. That means what? Suppose you write a value 5. 5 is not there in the binary number system. While storing this 5, of course 5 we can write as C, for example 10 to the base 10. So this is a number in decimal number system which has to be converted to the binary number system. Those conversions we shall see later. So here the base will be 2. Now whenever we write a number, for example 1 1 0 1, we need to mention the base. Suppose we don't write the base, it becomes decimal number system. Even for decimal number system we have to write, but suppose the base is not given, automatically we will consider it as decimal number system. But if the base is given, of course it says that the radix or the base is 2, so it is binary number system. So what is the meaning of this? Here, see, in the previous case, that is in decimal number system, we used to represent this number with respect to the weight of 10. But here, what is the weight of these values? So here it has to be written with respect to 1. So how many numbers are there? Starting from 0, here this is 0, 1, 2, 3. Earlier it was in decimal number system, it was with respect to 10 to the power something. But here we have to write it as 2 to the power something. So this number could be written as 1 into 2 to the power 3 plus 1, that is this one, into 2 to the power 2 plus 0 into 2 to the power 1 plus 1 into 2 to the power 0. So weight 0 for this, weight 1, weight 2 and weight 3. If we have, for example, one more number we shall take, 101.11. How we can write this? Even the same thing can be written in decimal number system also. We can have decimal point, but here it's called as binary point. So how we can represent this now? This could be written as, see here, whenever we have the point, don't start 0 from here. We have to start to the power 0 here. So this is to the weight 0, 1, 2. And this will be minus 1 and this will be minus 2. When we move to the other side of the binary point, here we won't call it as decimal point. Since it is binary, we need to call it as binary point. So in this case, this will be to the power minus 1, this will be to the power minus 2. We have to write it as 1 into 2 to the power 2 plus 0 into 2 to the power 1 plus 1 into 2 to the power 0 plus 1 into 2 to the power minus 1 plus 1 into 2 to the power minus 2. Let us try to compare binary number system and decimal number system. In case of, just try to understand, it's simple. When we write decimal number system, after writing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, what we will write? The next number, we don't have any other symbol other than these 10 symbols. Suppose we want to write the next number, we need to make use of the symbols which already we have written. That's why it will be 1, 0, right? So similarly continuing, we will write 1, 9. After 19, it becomes 2, 0. Like this, it will continue. So when we write 99, see, this is with respect to only one symbol. What we have done here, we had made use of two symbols now. So starting from 10 till 99, we are making use of two symbols, and all the possibilities we have written. After 99, we don't have any other combination of number with respect to these symbols, with respect to two symbols. After this, we need to take one more symbol, so it becomes 100. So like this it goes up to 999, then it becomes 1000, right? So comparing the same with respect to binary number system, how many symbols we have here? Only two symbols, 0 and 1. What next? We don't have any other symbol, only two symbols, that's why it's called as binary. This is off, this is on. We also call it as, this is false, 0 for false, we will write it as F sometimes. For 1 we will write it as T. Okay, continuing this, we don't have 2, we don't have 3, any other symbols we don't have. So combination of these two only we can have. So the next number will be 1 0, because only two symbols, the combination of this you have to do. So next number will be 1 0. What next? Only the other combination that we can have is 1 and 1. So we can write it like this, say 0, next number is 1. So with respect to 2 bits, here we don't call it as digit, we call it as bit. That is bit. Bit in the sense, why we call it as bit? I will just go to that topic once. It is called as binary digit. Binary digit, 0 and 1 is binary digit. So B from here, IT from here, so it becomes bit. Now coming back to this, only two symbols, 0 and 1. No other combination we can have here with respect to only one symbol. So the next one we can write as 1 0. Then 1 1. If you add a 0 to the left side, the value doesn't change. So either 0 or 0 0 0 1, then 1 0, then 1 1. To represent the next number, again with respect to these 2 bits, it's not possible. So we need to take one more bit. It becomes 1 0 0. Let me just erase this. Next one will be 1 0 1. Then 1 1 0. Next one will be 1 1 1. So with respect to 3 bits up to 1 1 1 we can write. See, don't get confused. So whenever we write the numbers in decimal, let me write it over here. This is binary numbers. This is binary numbers. Let us write the decimal here just to compare. Later it becomes easy to understand the octal and hexadecimal number system. So here it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Up to 7 with respect to 3 bits we can write. See, in decimal number system we are just making use of only one symbol. To represent the same value in binary number system, we need to take 3 symbols or 3 bits, right? Because only reason is that it's having only 2 symbols. Here we have 10 symbols. After writing this, suppose we get a confusion whether we have written it properly or not. What to do? You just add it up. Already we have seen the weights. Whenever we write a number, something like this, 1 1 1, whether we have written it properly or not, you just find out the weights. See, this is 2 to the power 0, this is 2 to the power 1, this is 2 to the power 2. Suppose we have written 1 0 1. What we need to do? Just add the values where there is 1. 2 to the power 2 is how much? 2 into 2, that is 4. Wherever there is 0, just leave it. This is 2 to the power 0. Anything to the power 0 is 1. So this is 1. Add it up. 4 plus 1, that's 5. We have not added this. Why? Because it's 0. Don't add the value for which that particular symbol is 0. So here, this is for this position and this position. 2 to the power 2 is 4. 2 to the power 0 is 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. So 101 is 5. 101 is 5. Suppose we have written a number 100, 100, 100. What happens here? Only for this position we have 1, other two values are 0. So what we need to do? Just take this one. 2 to the power 2 is 4. 2 to the power, see, 4 is 100. These are binary equivalents of this decimal number. Up to 7 we can write like this. With respect to 3 bits, up to 7 we can write. If you add a 0 to the left side, the value doesn't change. So here you can write like this also, no problem. But suppose it has been asked to write the numbers with respect to 3 bits. What we have to do? Add a 0 to the left side. The value doesn't change. See, from here to here, now it is with respect to 2 bits. One thing you can note here, whatever we have written, 00, 01, 10, 11, right? Same thing repeats here, 00, 01, 10, 11. So this set gets repeated here, right? One more thing that you can note, this bit, the last bit, 0, 1, again 0, 1, again 0, 1. It toggles in the sense changes every time. 0 becomes 1, 1 becomes 0, again 0 becomes 1, 1 becomes 0, 0 becomes 1, 1 becomes 0, 0 becomes 1. But what about this one? 0 twice. These are the things to just remember. You need not by heart it. 0, 0 twice. After that it toggles 1. Then twice 1. Then again changes 0, 0. Then twice 0. Then 1, 1. If you add a 0 to the left of this, the value doesn't change. Now how we can compare? 0, 0, 0, 0. How many times? 4 times. Here 1, 1, 1, 1. 4 times. That means every time it changes. Twice it repeats, then it changes. Here 4 times it will get repeated, then it changes. So this is the easy way to write the binary number or binary equivalent of the decimal number. So what we have seen? We have seen the decimal number system. What is the base? Base is 10. 10 in the sense there are 10 different symbols to represent the number system, that is decimal number system. Then comes the binary number system. In binary number system, base or the radix is 2. That means there are only 2 bits, 0 and 1. And we have written the equivalents, binary equivalents with respect to the decimal number system. Suppose we want to write 8. What happens? If you want to write the next number 8, then 3 bits are not enough. We have to write 1, 0, 0, 0. Then it gets repeated. That is 9, 10, 11, etc. The same thing or the same combination gets repeated. That will be 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, etc. 1, 1, 0, 0, etc. It continues. Next one is octal number system. Octal means 8. So how many symbols we can have? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Starting from 0 up to 7, we have total 8 symbols. So base is 8. If you want to represent an octal number, then after writing the number 123 or 124, whatever it is, we need to specify the base, that's 8. What's the meaning of that? That means 1 into, see, positions are a to the power 0, a to the power 1, a to the power 2. So how we can write 1 into a to the power 2 plus 2 into a to the power 1 plus 4 into a to the power 0. Weight of this position is 0, 1 and 2. So here also in binary number system we have seen, after writing in binary number system, after writing 0 and 1, we have to make use of only these symbols. That's why we have to write 1 0 for the next number, right? Similarly here, suppose we write the numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. What next? We don't have the symbols 8 9 and 10, or 8 and 9 are not there. That's why after 7 we have to write 1 0. Remember, decimal, suppose we write a number, in general we will write 10. If you write 10 in decimal number system, then also we have 10 1 0 in binary number system. Whether this is equivalent to this? No, they are not equal, right? Because when we write the base 2 1 0, it's equal to 2 in decimal number system. Just now we have seen. Similarly, the reason to quote this is that in octal number system, after writing 7, again we will write 1 0. After 7, we don't have 8 and 9, we will write 1 0. But 1 0 of octal number system is not equivalent to 10 of decimal number system. So 1 0 of octal number system, 1 0 of octal number system is equal to 8 in decimal number system. Remember that. Usually we will go wrong here because 8 and 9 are not there. After 7 it's 1 0, but that 1 0 of octal number system is not equal to 10 of decimal number system. It's equal to 8 of decimal number system. While converting, we have to be careful about all these points. Moving to the next number system, hexa number, hexadecimal number system. How it is different now? Hexa in the sense, how many symbols? 16 symbols. In decimal number system we have 10 symbols, 0 to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After that, it's not over. We have to write A, B, C, D, E, F. After that, so how many symbols we have? 16. That's why base is 16. That's why hexa we call it as. It can be capital A or small a. Or we can also have small a, b, c, d, one and the same. The value doesn't change. Now you just think about, suppose we have a number 10 in hexa number system. What is the value of that in decimal number system? After writing F, we will write 10. That means 16 in decimal number system will be equivalent to 10 in hexadecimal number system. We can have the combination something like this. Suppose we have a value 1B 6A, 16 to the weights, 16 to the power 0, 16 to the power 1, 16 to the power 2 and 16 to the power 3. That means how we can represent this number? 1 into 16 to the power 3 plus B into 16 to the power 2 plus 6 into 16 to the power 1 plus a into 16 to the power 0. That is actually a is equal to 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 in decimal number systems. After that it is 1, 0. So don't get confused. Then we have the conversion between different number systems. What is the conversion? For example, we are given with a number in binary number system. We have to convert the same to the decimal number system, or from decimal number system we have to convert it to the hexadecimal number system, or a number is given in hexadecimal number system which has to be converted to the octal number system. All those things we shall see in the next class. Thank you.